Girl Tribe Gaming. Podcast on. I said it. Podcast on.
Hello and welcome to Girl Tribe Gaming, a podcast mostly about video games. I'm Zen.
And I'm Jen. Welcome to episode 9. So this episode is a little different as like last time. We are mostly just focusing on E3. And I'm pretty sure you guys all know that Zen and I like Xbox.
Yeah, just a little.
A little bit. So for us as gamers, though, this has been a huge week. A lot of new announcements, a lot of new news, Xbox-wise. And Zen, I have been dying to talk to you about all these games and what's been going on. So my first thing, I want to know, what did you think about the Xbox media briefing?
Well, as you know, last year,
Yes.
I wasn't too happy. But
I know.
this year,
I know.
I thought they did a great job on the amount of games they showed, the content, and then just their whole personality and the vibe they were giving as a company.
Yeah,
was
very
awesome. It made me
upbeat.
proud to be an Xbox owner.
Aww. Yeah,
And their cool little bracelets that were glowing. And oh my God, they could turn all the bracelets red. They could turn them all like green. And like there was like twinkling like stars. My brain was like exploding just because of that.
We had a bracelet like that in our house. Supa got one. She went to one of her company meetings and they had them there. And I was like, but it doesn't do anything now. Because they like control it. And then once it's over, it's like, doesn't do anything.
They control you then.
Oh. But yeah, so the briefing, I loved it. It was 90 minutes. And it was just like game, introduce, game. I mean, it was, I loved it. They didn't talk. They talked enough, but not too much, and like you said, they kept it interesting and fun.
Yeah, and they were passionate. You could tell that these people liked games. Yeah. I can't remember her name, but she was part of, she was part of the Ubisoft conference.
Aisha Tyler?
Yeah, she was funny too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, on the Ubisoft, yeah.
Yeah. But Phil Spencer was...
Yeah.
And he changed his clothes like 3 times.
Wait, he did? I didn't even notice. What a girl.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you're wearing a Limbo shirt. Oh, you're wearing some other shirt.
I guess he did.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
That was like, oh. And their stage, how they had like different gamers standing out, and.
Yeah, their stage setup was awesome. I liked when they did those multiplayer things, and then they had the 4 people kind of almost like out in the audience with the screens, and that was really slick. Yeah.
Yep. They held my attention, which is hard to do.
Yeah. Both of us, we're both a little almost like ADD in general.
The whole world is filled with a bunch of squirrels, and I can't stop looking.
I was just gonna go, squirrel.
Yeah.
So Zen, I had a unique experience during this E3.
Oh, really?
You were at work. I was home alone watching it. And I like literally almost cried once, maybe almost twice. I was so excited and happy.
I think I know the first time you almost cried. And I want to know if it's the same time my eyes started sweating. I was like,
they started sweating. I love when you say that. What was it for you?
When the Halo music started playing.
Oh, see, mine wasn't that soon, but yeah.
And then later on in the episode, in the conference too. But my first time was when the Halo music started playing. I almost started bawling my eyes out.
Oh, man. Yeah. So maybe we should just talk about Halo right off the bat.
Did you almost cry in Halo?
Yeah. So what happened was you and I both knew that they were going to probably release this. It was one of our things we talked about in the last episode with the collection, which now we know the full title's Halo, the Master Chief Collection. And we had speculated different things, right? But with Halo 2, when they got to the part talking about that, I was getting excited, thinking about all of our fun memories during Halo 2. It kind of shaped me in the type of gamer that I am now. And I was getting a little bit emotional, right? But then it exceeded all my expectations when they said, that they were going to give it the anniversary edition treatment. And I was like, oh, and then it was like double whammy. It was like back to back. And they say, and they're going to have the multiplayer and all the maps from all. I just about lost. I was so excited and happy. It was like total geek.
So you're getting with this collection, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4.
Yeah.
And then you're getting all the campaigns.
Yeah.
And all the multiplayer.
Yeah, every map ever released. There's like 100 maps. I think it's over 100.
Yeah, and that's like, it sounds like are you gonna, if you want to play multiplayer, I'm wondering if you're gonna only be able to play Halo 2 multiplayer, or is it gonna jump?
No. So well, let's back up. I'm so excited. Zen. So it's gonna be in 1080p, 60 frames per second. Microsoft gets little jabs, on their Xbox because they say that their games can't run on that. And they're gonna use dedicated servers. And that way, so multiplayer, what that's going to mean is the lag should not be an issue. You know how we get so mad during Call of Duty? Or remember the old the standby switching they would do?
Yeah, you just lag through a wall and everything. And
yeah, but because they're using the dedicated servers, right? So each Halo, had its own engine that it ran on. They're going to keep all the maps from all the games ever released on their original engines that they ran on. So that means we could be voting on 3 maps, right? And one of them might be from Halo 2, one of them might be from Halo 4, and one of them could even be from Halo Combat Evolved, which the first Halo, those maps those were only for local multiplayer. They were never on Xbox Live.
System linking.
Yeah. So we could play any of those maps, and then it's just crazy.
I can't even handle it all.
I know. And then so I heard so they have the Halo 2 maps the original way they were done, and then they took I think 6 of those maps and gave them the anniversary treatment. So they said you'll be able to play them. They're calling it reimagined. But you'll be able to play those Halo 2 maps the old school way that we remember them. And they'll have the the new Halo 2 maps. So you might have a new, I don't know what maps, but let's say Lockout. We'd have the old Lockout and the new Lockout.
I can't wait. This is and it's coming out this fall.
November 11th. So
we're going to be playing all these awesome games.
I know.
And I can't believe it's only $60.
Yeah,
for all games, of it. And you get all that, and then you get Halo Nightfall.
Right. Which I don't know a whole lot about that. Do you? Have you heard much?
No, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure exactly what that is.
Yeah, I think I thought they were going to do weekly installments or something, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it was more like a Spartan Ops type thing.
Yeah, all I could find on it was an episodic release that will premiere on November 11th and run in multiple weekly installments.
I don't know. If it has the word Halo in it, I'm sold.
I know.
So, and then you get if you pre-order this, you're in the beta for the Halo 5.
Yes, I was just going to say
the Halo, the multiplayer for that.
So the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer runs from December 27th to June 22nd.
Yeah, so that I'm definitely going to be running out and getting mine pre-ordered so I can get in that. And it was interesting. They didn't show a whole lot, though, but the trailer for the Halo 5.
Oh, wow. That was amazing. They showed
them running and then slamming up against a wall, kind of like what you see in Gears. So that made me wonder. I was like,
Will we be able to take cover?
Yeah, I mean,
not to mention the graphics were just mind-blowing. I know it's just the CGI, but
yeah.
I mean,
when the I think it was 4 Spartans jumped and leaped. I was like, in my mind, that was some of the GTG girls just going into battle.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
And
So-
we can't forget 4,000 gamer score.
Oh yeah, achievements. I heard the 4,000 achievement points, and I was like, oh my gosh, Jen has to be peeing her pants right now.
So they said some of the achievements would be the same, and they're probably going to add some new ones in as well. Oh, and did you see on Halo 2, they're adding in the terminals, and then some of the new terminals will give you clues leading up to Halo 5. Yeah, and for people that aren't familiar, there's a lot of gamers, I think, that really don't know the Halo series, like haven't experienced it. So this way they can follow Master Chief's story 1 through 4 right into 5. And I know some people are upset because Halo Reach and ODST didn't get, included, but it's not, those two games didn't have Master Chief. So this is all about Master Chief. So.
And in the future, I mean, like, I can see them redoing those games, down the road, way down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe, or just playing, or having a game that, ODST 2 or Halo Reach 2.
I found something interesting, too. I heard that, you remember some of the bugs and glitches you could do in Halo, like super jumping?
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
It's still, they left it in there.
Okay. I'm fine with that, I guess, because it's like.
I know, it's just like one of those things.
It's like that one map that you could just run around. It was like a tomb. And then if you jumped, you could super jump, just like in almost outside the map.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait. And I'm sure like all the Halo fans out there are just, everybody is so excited.
Yeah. It's awesome. And they even included Forge. And remember the whole saved films? You could save your film. That's there too. So.
Oh my, awesome.
Yeah.
That was like, that's all. Okay. I cannot wait.
I'm pretty sure we could keep going on and on.
I wonder if there's going to be a 4-person co-op for.
I'm assuming that they added. Okay, so they added a 2-player co-op to the Halo 2 game. Which, wasn't there. You could do it local. You could do split screen. I probably have played that game like all the way through, I don't know, 20, 30 times at least. Back in the day, my friend and I, we just play it over and over and over. So, but the 4-player co-op, shouldn't we be able to do that on Halo 3?
Yeah,
4?
I would think so. 3 and 4.
Yeah. Oh, and they said that because they didn't do the treatment to Halo 3 and 4, but because it's going to be in 1080p and at 60 frames per second, that increased resolution alone will make those games look better. And they said
I saw that screenshot.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And we'll have links to like all these trailers and everything on our podcast show notes. You just go to girltribegaming.com/podcast, and we always put all the links for everything for you. So
yeah, check them out.
Yeah. So,
all right, we probably talked about Halo enough.
I know, and we could keep going, but we better move on.
Yeah, let's move on to another shooter. How about we talk about Call of Duty?
Oh yes,
Advanced Warfare.
They opened the media brief with that.
Yeah, with a new trailer. The trailer had, I don't know, it got me more excited about the game. I know you're seeing more. It almost looked like people with jetpacks flying around.
Yeah.
And it had a little bit of a sci-fi, which I know it's not supposed to be sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it had that look. Even the guns kind of looked,
that's a tricky
futuristic
thing.
Is sci-fi to me, though. It's like
they're like making this big distinction. It's not sci-fi. It's futuristic based on real technology. But a lot of sci-fi is. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just not getting it. Like
I think they're just trying to make trying to make a clear line between them and like the Halo franchises.
Yeah, I think true Call of Duty people, when they see this trailer, that I think they're going to be like, really?
Yeah, this is not Call of Duty, which I've heard people saying that that's not Call of Duty, but I'm like, it is. It's just a different Call of Duty. Yeah. Because they have 3 different developers.
Right, which I really do like.
People have to remember that this is Sledgehammer's take on Call of Duty.
Right. Which I'm really excited for in some ways. For me, I'm not usually a fan of playing the Call of Duty campaigns. I always do it because, you buy the game, you want to at least play it, right? But this one I actually want to play. It looks fun. It's action-packed. I like all the tech in it. But like that jetpack, I mean, it just says Halo all over the place to me.
Yeah. So did you agree on the trailer? Like it got you more excited?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I'm just concerned, like, campaign-wise, it's looking awesome. I just don't know how it's going to translate to multiplayer, what they're doing. But, like, I don't know if you saw, did you see that guy, like, ripped off a door off the car and was using it as cover?
Yeah, and the game, it's becoming dynamic. Like, you can, use your environment.
Yeah, it's really cool. And
the grenade.
I know,
you could, like,
that was the next thing.
Change your grenade. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, I saw him like toss up this grenade. It goes up into the air, and then like it was like a homing grenade, and like shoot down to the guy. And I was like, that is cool.
Yeah, and then oh my gosh, like at the end, where the guy got his arm ripped off.
Oh yeah, that was
like
brutal.
Oh
I loved it.
But on the brighter side, I'm assuming he's gonna have a robot arm that's gonna be pretty sweet.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I was like, it's his left arm. I was like, he's going to have a robot arm. So that means we're going to have a robot arm.
All right. So we are definitely looking forward to the shoot 'em up, blow 'em up type of games coming out soon.
But, if it's coming out November 14th, why are we not seeing any of the multiplayer yet?
That's true. They're probably scared in some senses that it could just blow up and the little, gamer trolls are going to go crazy, which they're going to go crazy no matter what.
Yeah. Well, you can't make everybody happy, but...
No, but
I'm just worried a little. Because honestly, if it's too Halo-y, what I consider Halo-y anyways, I'm just going to go play Halo. Because Halo's coming out,
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just coming out a week to see that Call of Duty's trying something else with their one developer.
Wait, I'm confused. If Halo's coming out on November 11th, Call of Duty's coming out on November 14th? Usually games come out on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Halo's on Tuesday, but Call of Duty's on Friday?
I don't know, man.
It's whatever.
It's going to be really freaking expensive. That's what that's saying to me.
Yeah. Every gamer's got to save up all summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you want to move on to another game?
Yeah.
I'll let you pick.
Let's talk about Forza Horizon 2.
And you love Forza Horizon, the first one.
I did. I tried so hard to get you to play it. But based on the first one, what I personally know, I mean, it's a good blend of like cars that react realistically. They each have their own unique feel when you go to drive them. Like games like Need for Speed, I feel like I could drive any car and they almost all feel almost identical, But with Forza, every car feels different and unique. And, the level of detail is just awesome. But then you also get, in Horizon, you get the funness, like, of the arcade style racing. Free roam, open world, just crazy racing. I tried to get you into that last one, but you're going to have to play this one. I know it.
The Crew was the first trailer gameplay that I was watching. And I was sold. I was like, this game is awesome. I need this game.
Yeah.
And then Forza Horizon 2 came on. And I was like, I completely forgot about The Crew and fell in love with Forza Horizon 2.
Oh, wow.
Like, the weather they were showing, the cars just looked just a level up. I was like, I didn't think they could get better after seeing The Crew. But then Forza Horizon was like sleek and beautiful. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And it's open world, like you said, and you can have a club just like The Crew.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing The Crew keeps saying is that you can drive across the country.
Right.
which is confusing to me because
Well,
then they said something else like, oh, you can drive in this city to this city to this city in
2 hours.
I think they said like 2 hours. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because then you're not really driving across the country.
Well, what they did is they made the cities and they did like highways interconnecting them, but of course they scaled it down so you're not traveling, from Miami all the way to New York. You're not going through every state along the way.
I know, but for some reason, like
You expect that?
that made me sound that to me that sounds awesome. It's like if I want to drive all the way back to Denver and spend, like 13 hours driving in a video game, I want to do that. I want to like go through Nebraska, see a bunch of cows.
Maybe 5 years from now, we'll see.
Maybe. But then it's like, so that's what made me think like Forza is kind of doing the same exact thing. Open world.
Yeah, so like I heard that the open world in this one is going to be 3 times as big as the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the other one was big. Like it took a long time to go from one side to the other, racing. There were some challenges in that where you had to race from end to end and things like that. But I mean, you get 200 cars and they're all cars, you know what I mean? The only weird thing is Porsche will be rough because they can't use the Porsche name, but I mean, It's all cars, they're amazing graphics, detailed to the crew. Last I heard, the developer guy he wouldn't say how many cars. He just said a lot. He said, we'll release it later. And then I hadn't seen but only one brand name, which was the Nissan cars. So I don't know what's going on with that.
See, I need my like real world cars that I dream about.
Yeah, you want the cars that you can't have in real life.
Yeah.
So in the Forza Horizon 2, it uses the engine from Forza 5. And then your drive avatars, like right now, all the driving and racing I've been doing, I think I think I have like 80 hours into that game. And my drive avatar has been learning how I drive. And because of the cloud, when I load up Forza 2, my drive avatar transfers right over to Forza 2. And so
from Forza 5?
Yeah, so like it learns how you race and makes a drive avatar that's you. So then like let's say you pop in your Forza 2 disc and you see me in your world, it's going to race like I race. So we don't have to be online, our time zones, we don't get to play a lot.
I can be pissed off at you no matter what time of day it is.
Pretty much, yeah. And they also said like, okay, so I'm racing in Forza Horizon 2. Mm-hmm. And let's say I'm doing a race and I find some shortcuts and I start making a habit, taking the shortcuts, doing stuff. Then you challenge me to a race in the game, my drive avatar. And then next thing you know, you see me veer off. I'm taking those shortcuts. My drive avatar's driving just like I do, taking the same shortcuts and stuff.
Yeah,
and there's no.
I'm
trying to sell you.
Sold on. No, I have made the decision that I'm going to get Forza Horizon 2 versus the crew.
We're gonna have a GT club up in here. We have to have some tournaments, some racing.
Yep.
And then I don't know if you know, but Horizon's all about a music festival, and it centers around it. Like on one weekend is what the other one was. So you get like all kinds of music in there. The weather won't vary that much. Like you're not going to see snow because it's not going to go from a brisk summer day to like freezing cold snow. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
And it takes place in Europe this time. Last time it was in Colorado.
So that was another one of your selling points.
Something new. And then there's no waiting. Like if you want to play multiplayer, there's no lobbies, there's no waiting. You just instantly join right into multiplayer.
So would you still suggest somebody to get Forza Horizon before Forza Horizon 2 comes out, or should I wait to get Forza Horizon 2? I would
wait because I got all excited. I've been playing Forza like a maniac this week, and went back to Forza, and after playing Forza 5 for so long, went back to Forza Horizon. And I'm like, oh, this isn't as good anymore. It's still really good, but I've gotten spoiled now with Forza 5. I would just wait.
Okay. That is definitely a game that you and I are going to be getting along with plenty of other girls in the group.
Yeah.
What about that the game Evolve? That is a game that people have been talking about to me over and over. And in my head, like all this hype is telling me, get this game, get this game, get this game. But after I saw the trailer, I'm just like, okay, so it's 4 people, 4 of your friends, and then one of your friends is the monster.
Right.
And that's it.
And you chase him and kill him, and the monster tries to kill you. I mean, they hype it up. They're hyping it like a maniac, but
I don't get
it's
it,
not
man.
grabbing me for a whole game.
Is it a $60 game? I'm not sure.
I'm assuming.
If it's $60, hell no. If it was like $20,
$20,
I would think about it.
Yeah, I could see us playing it like on a weekend for like a couple hours, and then we'll go back to Halo or Call of Duty. Yeah,
because there's no campaign. It sounds like it's just this.
Yeah,
it's just one game type of hide and seek, basically.
Yeah, either we're missing something or I don't know. But there's a beta for it this fall, so maybe we can get on that. Get a little, I
like the concept, but I feel like
I tried watching on Twitch and I got bored.
Okay, I don't think that game is not something I actually lost interest in after watching E3.
Yeah, same here.
Nope, that's not a game I need to spend my money on currently.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Zen. That Sunset Overdrive game?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance to see? Well, yeah, you watched.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love the trailer of it. Looked like it was another, Call of Duty franchise coming out of, some guy in camo shooting. And I'm like, oh God, what is this? And then all of a sudden, I don't know, he gets caught up and there's fire. And then this punk guy comes in with this crazy hairdo and he's just like, yo, dude. Like, and he saves this guy and just says, something like, he said something like, no worries, now you and your crate are safe. Or something like that. And I was like,
that's right. I forgot it.
That line made me want this game.
Yeah, you and your crate are
this
safe.
Is hilarious. Yeah. And it's just like a world that gets overrun because an energy drink has been contaminated, and it's contaminated all these people and turned them into like this oozing looking zombie things.
Yeah, we'd be that because we drink all those energy drinks.
Yeah, a coffee or beer for me. If beer can, ooh.
Yeah, that trailer though. I don't know if I've ever laughed that much. I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I was just in a good mood. I don't know, but
it made me want the game. Yeah, what is it? An 8-player co-op?
So as I learn more, the game a little bit, I'm like, I'm not sure. So Insomniac Games, they were actually tied to Sony for a long, long, long time, and basically Microsoft's opened things up for them, like, hey, if you make games for us, we'll let you do what you want to do. So they gave them a lot of freedom with this, and so I was just super excited. But the only thing I don't know, the 8-player co-op, I don't think it's all the time. Like, I don't think you could do all the main missions.
I don't think so either. I think it sounds like there's a separation between the two.
Yeah, if I understood right from what I saw on Twitch, they would go in and they could like have like these mini missions, and I think you could vote and pick them, and then at the end you kind of have like a big boss battle as a group. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what
what you got from it,
and it sounds like that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like you said that the game looks awesome and it made me really want it, but then I was like, I want to play it like with 8 people. And have craziness.
Yeah, you and we know how to explode guns everywhere.
Yeah.
And, having like grenade and the guns in this game, there's all kinds of combos, and you can use like these like power up type things on them, and I could just see us just blowing the whole place up.
Yeah. I think it's one of those games. It looks like a blast, and if it has a deal, I think I'll pick it up.
Yeah. Well, and one thing that's going to get you can fully customize your character. You can be a guy, you could be a girl, you could change your race, you can change your clothes. And I guess there's a lot of clothing options, so that's nice.
They know my weakness. Yeah. It's not the guns, it's the hairdo.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I'm excited, but it's not like on my I have to have this game.
Yeah, it was on my I have to have. And then as I've seen more, it's real acrobatic and you're crazy. You're like, like riding rails. It almost was like skateboarding meets circus acrobatics. I don't know.
His shoes, they're not Heelys, but he was like using his shoes to like slide on a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And that looked like awesome to me, but I think that's because I've always wanted to wear those Heely shoes that you could like roller skate on your heels.
They didn't have those when I was little.
No, me neither. I was just I was too old, so
yeah.
I've always wanted to have those shoes.
Maybe
one day.
I bet they make them for grown-ups somewhere.
They do. I found them.
Oh, you should just buy them and make a video and hurt yourself. It'll be hilarious.
Okay.
Do it.
So speaking of games that got us excited, it didn't get me super excited. So I'm hoping you can help.
What?
The Dance Central Spotlight. And when they announced that, I was like, Jen is dancing over there to nothing.
You have no idea. So I want a new Dance Central really, really bad. And my hope was that they would say something during E3, but I honestly didn't think it was going to happen. And it did. So as a Dance Central fan, I'm just like totally excited. It's called Dance Central Spotlight, and it comes out September. I think it might even be September 23rd. I might be wrong on that. I just know September. But Zen, they have since it started, there's been 3 Dance Centrals on Xbox 360. Okay. Mm-hmm. They have had 220 million songs danced since it came out.
That's a lot of people dancing in the room, and hopefully they have the blinds closed.
Yeah. So I'm not a dancer. I will never dance in public or in front of anyone. But you get me in front of my Connect and it's on.
You need a t-shirt that says, well, dance for achievements.
Yeah. Give me some, the main reason why I do it, I think is because of the fitness aspect. I love music and I love games that can get me moving and it's fun. When Dance Central 3 came out, I played it a lot. Like the very first week, I lost 10 pounds. I did not change my food. I didn't do any other working out, but I lost 10 pounds just dancing. And
we should have when it comes out, we should have like some kind of competition to see.
Oh yeah, we're going to have some competitions. Definitely. It's on. But yeah, I mean, that game has always been so good because like I have bad knees and broken joints. You know me, I have my migraines. But with Dance Central, it's so fun that I'll push through those things and forget about it because it's just so fun. But anyhow, so this game, it's only going to be digital. So you're not.
Oh, okay.
This is what's different. It's digital, and with these dance games, like I think I wasn't happy with Just Dance. I bought that Just Dance 2014 because I was tired of waiting for something on the one, and I'm just saying it's cheesy. Like
it made you want Dance Central. That's all you were talking about. Is once that came out, you just kept talking about. I want Dance Central. I want Dance Central.
Yeah, it's like if you're like 8 or 10 years old, I guess Just Dance is for you. But, the dancing is like more real, They've actually consulted like with real dancers to make this. Mm-hmm. In the new game, I hear that they're like even up the graphics a little, for the one. But the new I can't talk. The new Dance Central Spotlight, it's only going to have 10 songs, like right off the bat.
Oh.
But that's good because, like, if you're like me and you buy these dance games, honestly, there's a lot of times you're like, I don't really like that song.
Do you know the 10 songs? Have they announced that?
They put out a few of them. But here's what's cool. Each week, they're going to have new songs available and you can download them. So you pay less for the digital game. I don't know for sure. I thought I heard someone say $10. So you buy
perfect.
Yeah, you buy the game. You get some songs start off. Obviously, they're going to pick big popular songs, I saw some of them. I already forgot what they were. But then you buy them each week a la carte. So like you only buy the songs you like. And so because when you're dancing, you're going to skip the songs. You're like,
Yeah.
And
if
then
that is the price tag, that makes I'm interested in at least trying it versus dropping $60 on a game that I'm literally only going to play for 10 minutes because.
Exactly. Because you're like, whatever. And
I had the first one, and I remember the menus being some of the easiest Connect menus to control.
Oh, yeah. Like Dance Central 2 and 3 got even better. There's just real fluid, like emotion. And like Just Dance was just giving me a headache. I had to use my controller. It was just driving me nuts. But here's the coolest. Okay, so if you bought songs for any of your Dance Centrals on the Xbox 360, you can get those free on your Xbox One.
What? Nice.
And they're going to have 50 songs available at launch that you can, look through to purchase. So I don't know.
You're going to be dancing. You're going to be dancing a lot.
I hope so. I really do, because they have a fitness mode again in this. I'm excited to see what that is going to be, because I use it for fitness and achievements.
Yeah. Achievements for sure.
I'm just hoping they don't make achievement like upload a video of yourself to this, I don't want to do that. Share your video. I don't want anyone seeing me.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
No, but
if it is the $10 or $10-15 to get those first 10 initial songs, I'll try it out for sure.
Yeah, I hope that's the right price. I'm not sure, you hear all kinds of rumors and stuff, so I don't know anything.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope it's that somewhere in that price range.
Yeah. So that's I know, they've already had 3 out, but this is one of my most excited games for this E3, believe it or not.
Really? So, okay.
I know. I'm going to be dancing it up.
That is for sure. You are the fan.
Yeah. But I think if you're not a fan, you would still love it. Like, you need to give it a shot.
Yeah. And if what they're doing, it sounds like they're going to open up the doors for more people to at least give it a shot and possibly get hooked.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's a good way to get some exercise in too. So as gamers, we spend a lot of time not moving.
That is very true. And the game that I was hooked on before E3 was Tom Clancy, The Division.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that I've seen and hearing about it, this open world type of game, and just the whole environment and everything of that, what is it, a virus?
Oh, yeah. So it takes place in New York, like the city's devastated by some virus. And that
happens after Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. And I was like, the story, I was like, ooh, initially. What do you think now?
I'm still interested in it. And by what I'm understanding is that the character you're playing is part of this organization that's the Strategic Homeland Division. And they're activated if an outbreak like this occurs. And so, I mean, it's still, I'm interested in it because of the MMO type of situation that you're in.
Right.
And that you're fighting against AI and what we're seeing more and more of, I guess.
Right.
But then the gameplay they showed on E3, it just didn't.
Yeah, I was so excited for this game too. Maybe that's why it got delayed. But, I remember part of the gameplay that I saw, he was like in a subway, and then it started feeling a lot like Watch Dogs. A lot.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I like campaigns so that I get hooked and feel attached to certain players.
Right.
Like for Halo, I played the campaign a lot first. And then we played a lot of multiplayer, and then I fell in love with Master Chief.
Right.
So it's like I need something like that to happen again for me to, become dedicated to a franchise, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe The Division isn't the best example of that, but
yeah, because it's not so much. Yeah. It's not so much about the characters, or at least not yet.
No, so that's a bad example, but I'm having a hard time, like, falling for all these games coming out because I'm not emotionally attached to any of them. I guess you could.
I think our expectations are really
changing.
I think like our expectations are really changing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we're expecting like more emotional investment with the games, you know, like we would a movie, you know?
Yeah. And it does look interesting. Like in the trailer they showed the guy that looks like you're playing goes up and saves a guy from these, I don't know who they are, outlaws, and he throws him into a car. So like, I mean, it looks cool, but I'm not, I'm going to wait to see what the reviews are that come in from it.
Yeah. Well, maybe as, you know, we get like maybe into packs or things like that, maybe they'll show us more. And I think that's what we need to see.
Yeah, and I think it's the hype. I am now kind of leery on these games that get super hyped.
Yeah.
This is a game that has gotten so much hype. And it's like, I feel like we're all hyped up about it, but for what?
I don't know. Like one of the big hyped games I fell for was GTA 5. And I got it and I was like, I was like, maybe it's just me. Whatever. And you know,
I'm playing that game right now. Actually, I just started playing that game.
Yeah, and that, you know, that's going to be out on next gen consoles soon. And you'll be able to transfer your multiplayer progress, you know, from your 360 to your One or PS4. It looks like you can go cross-platform. But so
that'd be cool.
Yeah, so one game that it didn't get as much publicity, that Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean, you saw that trailer, right? It was just beautiful.
Yeah, and I think like within all the hype and everything that was happening, all the shooting games and the stuff blowing up, and then all of a sudden they play this nice and calm trailer.
Yeah, it's like dreamy.
And I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It felt like maybe the mom, like something, there's a baby and the mom dies. There's something.
You know, honestly, I already forgot.
I just remember what was going on in that trailer, but
yeah, there's several games. A lot of the indie games, they just look beautiful. The stories sound beautiful, but they're platformers, and I'm just not really into platformers. So
I want to try it. I was like, I watched that trailer, and I was like, I need this in my life. I need this.
Well, you
whatever's
try
going on with this baby, his mama just died or something happened. And it's a platformer. I find platformers to be relaxing and just
they're relaxing.
Back to my roots. I'm just sitting there having a beer, clicking the A button repeatedly.
Yeah. I get mad. I'm like, I missed the jump again. Oh.
As long as it respawns really quick and I don't have to go to a loading screen.
Oh, yeah.
Because the loading screen makes me angry.
You know what really makes me angry, Zen? A little off topic. In trials, you know, because you fault like over and over and over. Well, like sometimes you fault and like that computer voice is talking and she says the same phrase over and over every time you fault.
In trials?
Yeah, in trials. I just go bonkers.
I turned off my volume because she kept just saying the same thing over and over, and like I was raging.
Yeah,
I turned her volume up and turned my music up. I can't listen to you anymore.
Oh, man.
So yes, I agree with you. Don't have the same person telling you over and over you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see here. What other games? Crackdown.
Oh man,
That's a game that came out. What did it come out with? We pre-ordered.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Halo. Halo 4 maybe.
No.
You had to pre-order something, then
you pre-order or you bought Crackdown, and it had the beta for like Halo 3 or something.
Yes, that's it. And so I bought the first Crackdown I bought.
Yeah.
I bought just because I wanted the beta.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted Crackdown.
Did you love it?
But yes, Crackdown, the first Crackdown.
Yes, the first.
Is by far one of my favorite games.
It is. It's one I forget about, but it is one of my all-time favorite games. I loved all this jumping and finding the
chasing the orbs.
The cars.
The ones that would run from you.
Oh, it was so cool. And now, oh my God, the graphics were just killer on that trailer for the new Crackdown.
So I'm confused. Are they remastering the first Crackdown? Because I've seen where they made it sound like this is Crackdown.
Yeah,
and then I've seen other people say Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I mean the trailer just says Crackdown, so I was going with that. Maybe
it was a remastered or
I don't know. I'm assuming it's a new story.
Okay, sure. And the story of Crackdown,
I don't even remember.
It's silly. I mean, it's just your basic bad guy,
good
guy, gangsters.
Yeah,
the story wasn't that interesting, but that type of game
is fun.
Now I'm contradicting myself on stories versus whatever.
I know.
This type of game is just silly.
It's open world,
don't matter.
Lots of guns, crazy jumps, lots of challenges to do, cool cars. You could do a co-op, and this is going to have dedicated servers for it. And apparently they're going to be able to do some amazing things with the world and how it's destructive and all these different things they really haven't even gotten into. So I can't wait. Next year. They didn't even say when, I don't think. Next year.
I just hope I get my glider suit a heck of a lot faster than I did in the first Crackdown.
I'm sure you'll get everything faster.
Oh yeah, I want my glider suit now.
So, San, I have a disappointed E3.
What?
Well, did you check out Fable Legends?
Yes, I'm not a Fables fan. Except, is that the one where you kick the chickens in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I walked around and kicked a bunch of chickens and I was done with that game. But this one, at first I thought it was interesting. It doesn't seem like a Fables type game to me.
That's the problem, yeah. So I know a couple of the other girls, they are huge Fable fans, even bigger than I am. But I don't know. I mean, I know what they were showing was the multiplayer aspect. So it was kind of cool. You and 3 other friends could go in and like battle in the world of Fable. And then another real person can be the villain. And they kind of like mastermind all the things that are coming at you from like an aerial view.
Yeah, which that seems versus Evolve where you're the monster and you're actually like in the monster's body chasing the people. I like the Fables Legends, how you're looking over in like almost like a chessboard.
I'll throw these bad guys and give them this bad thing. And
yeah. So are you more upset it has the Fables name?
Well, it's called Fable Legends. And they've made it clear. They're like, because it does have a campaign. Because that was my fear. I was like, is it just multiplayer?
Okay, I thought it was just multiplayer.
No, it does have a campaign. So I'm going to be more okay with it. But the thing is, like, there was a game that came out on the 360 called Fable the Journey. And it was a Kinect game. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, I thought it did really bad.
Yeah, well, I had it for like a year. I didn't even play it. Like, I played it the first day, right? Then like a year later, I got some crazy, I'm going to play this game. Well, you know what? It ended up being fun, even though it was a Kinect game. But I actually the animations were a little bit different and the characters and stuff. But I actually end up really liking the story by the end of the game. The Kinect part of it, depends if you like Kinect games, But I did feel like freaking Harry Potter, though. I was like throwing spells everywhere. It was crazy. My arms were so tired.
I would pay money to see this.
Oh my God. It was hilarious. Supa, she was just not making any comments. But I was like, I'm Harry Potter. And I'm like, but anyway, this Fable Legends looks a lot like the style of Fable the Journey. And that Peter Molyneux guy that was in charge of Lionhead, he left right around the time of Fable the Journey. So I don't know, if it's something like just the direction they're going with the Fable series. But I mean, I like they have the same sounds and, the environment looks kind of like the Fable that we know. But they said that the Fable Legends is being made with the Fable spirit firmly in mind. So that tells me, they're like this. It's not a continuation of any of the previous Fable games. They said, especially when it comes to chronology. They said that this is a brand new series in the adventures at the dawn of an age of heroes. So
to me, that sounds like you're just putting the Fable name on it to try to get sales.
Yeah, that's what it seems. So
But
I don't know.
It looks like a cool concept, but I agree with you. It seems like sometimes developers are just or publishers or whatever, are just putting names on certain things just to up the sales.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'll probably buy it right away and I'll let everyone know.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like Fable the Journey. So, but I know not many people did. So, but I don't know if many people really gave it a chance. It took me about halfway through to really get into it, even though it was a Kinect game.
I think Kinect games really suffer just because myself,
they just want to sit and play.
Like to play video games.
Yeah.
On Kinect.
Be throwing spells everywhere.
Xbox Indies, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
All these games, it's since the last E3, I think Xbox and Microsoft has really tried to listen to what gamers are looking for.
They really have, yeah.
And it has been, like a crazy road that I don't think a lot of companies would actually admit that they may need to change and maybe made some mistakes.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like Xbox is trying, and this whole indies that they were talking about is part of that.
Yeah, the ID at Xbox program. It's like, oh man, on our website, we have tons of trailers of new indie games. Tons. It's really cool to see all the uniqueness, the creativity.
And pretty affordable. That's one thing I like about the indie games is that I can afford multiple games to try if they're like, $10, $15 a pop. Okay,
well, maybe I'm cheap, but I kind of feel like sometimes they're too expensive.
Yeah, that's definite. There's some games that are just junk. Like, if you go into the indie section on Xbox 360, a lot of those are like 99 cents, $3. But they're junk.
Well, okay, so this week there was that one game, and I can't remember the name. It was like 1001 something, swords or something. It's $15. And I just looked at the screenshots. It looked like kind of like an 80s arcade game. And I'm like, really? That seems more like a $5 game.
Yeah, hopefully the price points are still affordable for people to. Yeah. Because I know it's crazy, like all the time that goes into these games. Yeah. But there's so many games out there.
I know.
If you want people to try your game, you got to make it at a price point where people
or at least have demos. They really got to do more demos.
Definitely, yeah. But there's a few games that I really want to try, and one is Lifeless Planet, and that was announced. That's on PC and Mac, and it's a simple adventure platformer type of game, or 3D. I think they call it like a 3D platformer because you can turn and everything too. Yeah. But the story is that this guy loses his wife, goes on this space expedition. I think the ship goes down. And he lands on a planet, and he's all by himself, and he's discovering these Soviet Union bases and just trying to figure out what happened.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second. He discovered what?
So, like these Russian bases. Ooh. So it's a strange story of this astronaut that's just lost.
Yeah, and you posted that trailer, and I was like, I really was interested. Now, have you played it?
I've just watched a few trailers and some of the gameplay, and it's simple, but the story is just this guy all on his own. Yeah. And it's just, there's certain games that just like relax me. And this is one of those games that I just like, it seems relaxing. The art is beautiful. Yeah. So that's one of the games I'm super interested about. And then Plague Inc. Evolved.
Which you've talked about before.
I love it on the iPad and on my iPhone. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to translate to console. Right. And it's also one of those games that if it's a price point that I'm worth trying, like a $10 to $15 price point, I'll try it. And it has more multiplayer in it too, which I don't fully understand the multiplayer yet. If it's virus versus cure, I'm not 100% sure that's what it's going to be, but it says it has multiplayer.
So do you think that game is substantial enough to be on a console coming from the phone and tablet?
I want
'Cause
to
I'm-
say yes.
Okay.
But the craziness that happens
Uh-huh.
when the virus starts taking over, like I need to have a touch screen where I'm like, so I'm trying to figure out like if I have my analog stick and I'm trying to move myself around this map when stuff starts going crazy, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to have the same
Feel.
enjoyment for me. Yeah.
Well, maybe
But-
they'll find a way.
Yeah, I'm really interested because I enjoyed the game. So
Yeah, one thing I thought was interesting that indie game called Threes. I guess it's real big on iOS.
Mhm.
The developer was interested in bringing that to Xbox One because once he saw that you could snap things, he thought, "Oh, this would be a perfect game. You could just snap it while you're watching TV. You could play it, or you're watching Netflix, or listening to music." And I thought that was an interesting way to look at a game, that it doesn't have to be your whole consuming, it could be more casual like it is on your phone.
yeah, which I love that concept and not so much for in my office, but in the living room we have another Xbox, and so that would just be awesome to have that.
Yeah.
If one person wants to watch TV and the other person wants to zone out and play a little game.
Yeah. I just hopefully the price point reflects that,
A lot is coming down. Like all my choices are coming down to price point because we have so many games coming out.
We're going to have to draw the line. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I have to start deciding what I want.
Yeah.
So, and what I definitely know that I want
Yes.
is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
But that's not till next year, right?
I know, but I can dream.
Oh man, that was on your list of things that you hope to see at E3, and I said, nah. Remember, I was like, it didn't do well enough.
Oh my gosh, it was even better.
Oh, it was awesome.
Than I expected. I saw the when the therapist was talking to Lara.
I was like, ooh, who's that?
I didn't know it was Lara right away. I was like, that kind of looks like it could be her.
Yeah, she had the hood on, all mysterious.
Yeah, and then her foot starts tapping. Like when she's getting nervous and agitated and her fingers start gripping the chair. And like, I think it's like one of those things like you can start relating to the person. And she was so human in that trailer. I don't know. It's like she's so tough. She is strong. She's like a superhero. But in her core, she's still like the rest of us. Scared.
Yeah. And she didn't want to be there. Who wants to be there?
No, but like, I don't think she wants to be there, but like, she was still like,
nervous.
I think it's like also like the comics right now. You're seeing the same thing as that she's having a hard time.
Oh, yeah. You're reading the comics. I haven't read them yet.
Yeah. She's having a hard time getting, her friends got killed. She was on an island and like with all these dead bodies. It's like, yeah, that would screw you up.
Yeah.
So they're showing that and they're in this trailer, we're seeing that. I'm sure in the gameplay, it's just going to be like 10 minutes of her crying and blah, blah, blah.
And then
the rest is going to be her shooting people's heads off. But
what'd you think about the CGI cinematics? I was like, wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Everything.
What about the title? Did you like the title? Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes. I'm like, this is
people were criticizing
again
cool.
because of this. I was like, Square Enix. I love what they did with the first one. They might have set the goals a little bit too high because not everybody is going to be a Tomb Raider fan, but they did her justice and they did the game justice. Right. So, and there's another Tomb Raider coming out too.
Oh yeah, I forget the name though.
I can't think of the name either, but it's more so like the old school puzzler type of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's a sequel to the one that was on the 360 that we got for Games with Gold like a couple months ago, which I still need to play. But I heard it was really good, and I don't know. I heard good things about it.
Yeah, so definitely make it in a dose of your Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider. And we got a trailer of that actually on our site. We have trailers of all this stuff though.
Yeah, it's just everywhere.
Yeah. So Zen, one of our all-time most favoritist games ever, there was a little teaser for it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was thinking something different, but like that. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that was gameplay or exactly what we were seeing, but
I don't know.
It was maps that I could remember from.
Oh, it looked like they were on Hoth or something, and then they were in Return of the Jedi, like Endor or something. I don't know. But,
And that, I don't know when that game comes out. I'm guessing 2015.
spring 2015 is what I heard.
Okay, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. That I'm so excited to see what they do with that.
And it sounds like they're in the trailer. They're trying to make it aware that they know this is a huge task.
Right. Even just
and I
the
love
render.
at the end what they did with their little Yoda quote.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
So that is definitely a game that I was happy to see that it is still.
It didn't die. I know.
It didn't die.
Gone.
Like I thought it died, then I thought it was back, then I thought it died.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine it dying I cross my fingers it doesn't die.
Yeah. So what else did you see? Anything else at E3?
I guess like real quick we'll just go through maybe just Assassin's Creed Unity. I thought that seemed interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
I know.
But I like the idea of the co-op.
Yeah. So yeah, it had the 4-player multiplayer. It's a lot of player. But yeah, yeah, for the first time, like you and 3 of your friends can go in and like, do little missions. So
yeah,
you're not going to want me in your little group though, if you play.
Hell no, me neither, because I'm going to go in guns ablaze and you guys can be all sneaky and I'm going to be
I know, I can see it now. Moto, great. You alerted the guards again.
So I think we're both excited about that. And then Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Dragon Age. What is it? Dragon Age.
Inquisition.
I'm never going to remember that. I started playing the second Dragon. Started playing, I think it was the second one.
Yeah.
And liked it. So I'll probably get that just because I'm craving something from BioWare.
Yeah, I was going to say October 7th for that. And honestly, all the games, this is like the only RPG. I haven't seen...
so I need that right now.
Yeah, at least
so
on
I'm
Xbox.
going to get that.
Yeah, and it looked beautiful. So I'm hoping it's fun because I love the other Dragon Ages. So
yeah. So I mean, how about what is the game that most surprised you? Was it Dance Central or is it something else?
That I was like most excited.
That you were most excited. Couldn't believe that you're actually seeing something.
Well, I mean, the Halo stuff was my highlight. But one thing I really enjoyed was getting to see more about Far Cry 4.
Oh my gosh, we almost forgot about Far Cry.
Oh no, and that's coming out on my birthday. Holla! So November
that game
18th.
Looked good.
Yeah, it'll be a good day for me. So yeah, you saw the trailer of that, right?
Yeah, with him on the bus and then bad dude with the wild hair.
Yeah, I like his hair. I think I need that hairstyle.
You could.
My hair's that color right now.
I'm interested to see what the story is because it almost made it sound like he was joining his team or something. Like,
yeah, they said is like the new bad guy is a little more subtle. He's not like that boss, all up in it, and that he's more subtle. He's like one of those bad guys that you think is your friend type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's more subtle and I saw so this has a little bit of co-op in it.
Oh yeah, I did. Was it a 2-person or 4-person co-op?
2 from what I saw.
Yeah, you're right. It was 2.
But it looks like you can kind of take over those bases like the fort things, together. So that looked kind of cool.
Would really help like in Far Cry.
Oh yeah, it could get hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing that game by myself, but I would have liked to be able to invite people to help me not get so distracted from making purses out of
I don't think we could do the missions. I don't think we could do the main story together. But they said you could go do anything. Like if you wanted to go hike up a mountain together, then jump off it or go hunt animals together.
Oh, so we can go make purses together. We just can't go.
Yeah, we can make purses together. I hear you can ride the elephants.
Those elephants were bad.
I was like, elephants. Yeah.
It was like that was your weapon of choice. Yeah. Elephant.
Yeah.
Did you see it in the trailer where it came smashing through into that truck? It was like, why carry a gun around when I got this elephant?
Yeah.
That'd be a cool care package in Call of Duty.
An
Elephant dropping in.
Yeah, it could happen.
So yeah, Far Cry 4 is a hands down. I will be getting that game. It, the story. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Just as long as he doesn't like the voice actors, maybe they could be a little bit stronger.
Yeah,
I think that's one thing that was lacking in Far Cry 3 was voice acting and character development.
Yeah,
but
it was such a fun game.
Yeah, the story was okay though. I didn't hate the story in Far Cry 3. I'm sure.
I liked it, then it took a weird turn. Then it kind of came back. The Far Cry 3 story was like really good. Then it kind of, remember the opening, like, I don't know, half hour of the game? It was like we were totally sucked in Far Cry 3. Do you remember that?
And I think like part of it, if I do get Far Cry, which I'm going to get Far Cry 4, I have to play, like, I got to stay focused on if I want to see the story, I've got to play the story through instead of getting distracted on all these little side missions.
Yeah.
So I want to complete the story and take that in.
Yeah, you need to learn to balance.
Yeah.
So, what else? The Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, they showed that pre-alpha footage. What did you think? Did you see that?
I thought it was interesting. But for me, I already have Call of Duty, and that is my game like that.
But
I don't need two in my life.
But this is different. This is a little more strategical.
Well, I'm not a strategical type of person, I guess.
I know. We're more run and gun, less think it out. I'm curious to see more. It looked pretty amazing. But
it looked good. It was just like, I am just on this kick of like, I've got to plan out my games. I got to save the money.
Yeah.
And Rainbow Six, I am sorry, there just is no room.
There's no room. Yeah.
But I like like you said, it's just different than Call of Duty. You have to come up with a strategy. And I was watching gameplay where you mentioned that instead of capture the flag, it's like you're rescuing this hostage.
Yeah.
Who happens to be female.
Yeah, I know some people had issues. I could see both sides of that. It's like you're dragging this woman around. I'm saving you. But I mean, maybe they rotate it. Maybe sometimes it's a wimpy guy or something that they're saving.
Yeah, or like an old lady in a wheelchair. They got to wheel out of combat.
That would be like a unique challenge in itself.
It would be, yeah.
So, Zen, what happened with Gears of War? I didn't even hear anything about it. Did you?
Me neither. I kept thinking that I was missing something because I was at work most of the time when all this stuff was going down.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything, and I'm still hoping that I just missed it somewhere. Like, I can't... unless they planning on going to a different show.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to, they don't want to put too many games out there for the future. You know what I mean? Like, I liked how they broke down the Xbox media brief with all the games that are coming out this year and then all the games for next year. Who knows? Maybe Gears is actually going to be 2016.
I would bet that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, because they won't want to do Gears and Halo in the same year. So it's got to be. That's probably why.
And it sounds like Gears is going through this transformation of changing as a game. At least that's what the developer said that.
Yeah.
They're making pretty big changes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That could be, who knows?
We shall see. All right. So out of all the games, out of all of the E3, I know it's hard because there's so much stuff going on and we're not even there. We have the internet, we have Twitch, but out of what you've seen, what was your favorite thing that you heard about?
I am trying to think like if it's this year, Halo.
Yeah, for this year. For this year,
Halo.
The Master Chief
next
Collection.
Year is Tomb Raider for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait. We didn't even talk about Destiny.
Well, I didn't really even hear anything.
What do you mean?
I didn't see a whole lot about it. I mean, on PlayStation they showed a little bit, but it's not showing me. I'm not seeing enough of it.
Well, I got to see some on Twitch, more like actual gameplay.
And how was that?
I loved it. Was what I saw was multiplayer, was the multiplayer aspect, and I loved it. I mean, it had. I was looking at it, I was like, that looks a lot like Halo, which in previous things that I had seen, it looked a lot different than Halo to me in ways. But now when I saw them playing, it was like a 8 versus 8 multiplayer. I think it was something like Capture the Flag or something, and it looked really good, Zen. And they were talking about, because it's like it's an MMO, right? So in those games, one of the coolest things is like going out and finding the coolest weapons, the best gear. You can get like elite type things that are rare, and you bring it sounds like you bring those into your like multiplayer match, the guns and stuff that you already have. And the catch would be ammo. You don't have unlimited ammo. So if you're like got this amazing rocket launcher, you're gonna have to find ammo if you want to keep using it on people. And things like that.
That'll be interesting to see like how they disperse the ammo once you get into their multiplayer arena.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's, I don't know. It looked really good. And they were talking about, being able to buy and trade and sell weapons and, armor and things like that. And they said you have the 3 different classes, and basically choosing your class is more of a cosmetic thing, what you look like. And then you pick if you're male or female. And then you get to fully customize the way your armor looks and everything, like based on what you buy and upgrade. And then you get your abilities and all of that, and you bring that in.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I think it's one of those games that I like, just since it's an MMO, we're going to be able to have a lot of people on there and just run around the map and discover type of things, instead of just, if we want to play multiplayer, cool. If we just want to go drive around and do whatever that universe.
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do missions.
I'm really interested in the story, because Bungie is like, they're great at storytelling.
Yeah.
Like what they did with the Halo series is, that's what I'm so excited to see what this world is that they built.
Yeah.
And how we can go in and play.
Well, this weekend, PlayStation 4, actually, starting tomorrow, but I don't know when people are going to hear this, but Thursday, Zen, the PlayStation people PlayStation 4 be able to play the alpha for the weekend.
Saw that. So
I say we watch some Twitch this weekend and see a little bit more about it. So
but I'm excited about it. I just want to see more.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the Twitch beta coming out, that should probably help. I'm gonna get it just because it's Bungie.
Okay, you had me scared.
Oh, no. I wanted to see more, and I just want to jump into the world and discover what their whole story is.
Yeah,
like,
I'm ready.
I know, maybe it's like, I'm done thinking about it, talking about it. Let's just play the game.
Yeah.
No more wait. Yep. So yeah, Destiny is definitely, I'm excited about that one too, but
yeah.
Halo currently, that's
right
what
now,
I'm excited about most, is playing old games on new systems.
I know. I was just thinking that, like, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, I'm like totally excited for. Dance Central, which that's the thing. Most of these games, they're all just sequels. Most of them that we want to play.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what the multiplayer for Halo 5 is, what they've done to it.
Yeah, the Guardians beta will be interesting for sure.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to start. I want to discover some fun indies along the way this year. Just little simple indie games. That's what I want.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Now, I have a question. Lost Soul. She was very not happy about Fable, by the way. But Lost Soul wanted to know, are there any games at E3 that you saw that you were just kind of put off by, or like totally just like blah? Like ones maybe you were looking forward to?
Evolve.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That to me was just a meh.
Yeah, I'm done hearing about that game.
Wow. Well,
that sounded mean, but...
Yeah, let's not on a negative note. Oh, hey, what about Battlefield Hardline?
I'm I like the concept because I really wanted to play that game Payday, but it's cop versus
cops and
Battlefield Hardline is cops versus robbers, basically, by what I understand.
right. Yeah,
You're robbing banks and gotta escape, just kind of like what the game Payday is. So I'm interested in the concept, but after seeing gameplay, I was just like, meh. After a few games of this, I'm gonna be bored.
Yeah, I'll play the campaign if it's like on sale, but I know me, I'm not gonna play the multiplayer. You only have so many hours in a day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like one of those games I want to try, but I can wait till there's a price drop.
Yeah. Well, one game we really won't talk about because they didn't show much about, I'm just looking forward to, is Mirror's Edge 2. That game, did you ever play it? The first one?
No.
It's like beautiful, like everything's white. Like the color scheme's real simple, just like white, red, and blue, I think. And it's just beautiful. And it's like this girl, she's like parkour, you know, just like boom, 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 jumping and flipping and doing this crazy stuff. And the new one looks like they're, you know, they've upped the graphics even more, which was already just beautiful. And they're really working on like making it less linear. So maybe you can do things more than one way. If you're more skilled, you could do a more difficult maneuver to get somewhere faster, but they might have another route. Someone like me could actually get through. The first one, I would just get pissed because I, you know, fall to my death or something, you know, over and over and over. So I'm excited.
That has a following that once you see all these people following a game and getting excited about it, it gets me excited. So it's like I'm now keeping an eye on that game just because you have all these people that have played the first game, so the hype isn't truly all hype, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's people actually behind the hype that have a passion for the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. So is that it? Are we done talking about E3?
I don't know, man. I feel like there's many games we didn't talk about.
I know, we skipped a lot of games.
Yeah, we did, but I'm sure we'll talk about them a little bit throughout the next episodes. And
yeah, especially as more details get released and filtered to us.
Yeah, and we talked about it before, is that we try our best to be correct on the information we give, but we're human, so
sometimes we give the wrong info, but I mean, best of our abilities, we've researched, but when we record these podcasts, I mean, it's just kind of on the fly.
And we get excited and we're jumping up and down. So
yeah, and then we say things, we listen later, we're like, that didn't make sense. Oops.
Nope. But it is definitely good to be a gamer. Yeah. That is for sure. So it was a good E3 in my eyes, and I'm looking forward to
I think we have lots of
games,
things.
and that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So lots to look forward to, a lot coming.
Yay. I think that wraps it up.
Yep, I agree.
Pretty long episode, but
yeah.
Why don't you we'll give our Twitters and our Facebook and whatnot, and if you have a game that maybe you were excited to see on E3, or just share some opinions on what you thought about the E3 conferences and disappointments, excitements, and whatnot. Just give us a holler.
Or tell us we're wrong. Say, Sen, you're stupid for not being excited for Evolve. It's awesome.
And I'll be like, dang it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go buy it because I do that.
Yes. Send in your feedback. We want to hear it.
Definitely. You can follow me on Twitter at ZMacLeod. That's ZMACLEOD. And you can follow Jen on Twitter at MotoGirl. That's MOTO_GRRL.
And be sure to check out our website at girltribegaming.com, and you can leave us comments on there as well. And we're on Twitter at girltribegaming, all one word. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye.